You know, sorry for starting a little late, guys. I don't know what the deal is, but the my capture card doesn't really seem to appreciate this whole upscaled HDMI signal for whatever reason. I think just with all the complications I have to go through, I'm using like a swap magic. Is it? Okay. I'm using a swap magic to get this Burn to Undub DVD to work on my PS2. And I might switch to, I think it's like PCSX or something, or PSCX too. It seems to be like just a common no complications emulator for this game. I'm gonna figure out first. Yeah, thank you. PCSX2. I have to get like a dongle or something to get my memory card loaded onto PC first, though. I should probably order that today. I can't go that way. Otherwise, I have to go through what is like 6 hours of intro by myself before the next week. I can transfer using Free McBoot. I've seen the Free McBoot memory cards on Amazon before, but I didn't look too far into them. Oh, that's pretty cool. Then I take it it'd work for PlayStation 1 memory cards as well, since it uses the same well, physical slots, the PS2. But yeah, I'll have to explore those options. I also should just upgrade my capture card. I've had an HD60S. Not sure about the PS1 memory card, but it requires a specially patched PS2 memory card using the burn disk. Oh, I got you. You can clog it with whatever. Sometimes my chat's usually just like a handful of people at any given point in time. Sometimes it can be about completely different things, like Shin Megami Tensei 5 that we didn't see at E3 at all. Holy cow, I'm sad. I mean, I guess I'm not that sad. TGS is around the corner too. I get some weird Onesan vibes from Leads now. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's tough for me to like. I'm in a difficult position because I always like Persona more than SMT to begin with. I mean, it helps that Persona 1 was like the first game I played, or one of the first PlayStation games I played. But I still have like a very large spot in my heart for Nocturne. And I don't know if you follow translation news, fan translation news, but SMT If just got a translation earlier this year from Aeon Genesis Translation, or AGTP, I think is the project group. Oh, there's a fan translation of Suikoden. Well, 1 and 2. I didn't even realize. Nope, sorry. Yeah, if it's not too evident, I actually don't follow the translation scene all that well either. It was only because I was talking to someone on stream. I think that was an Annie Talks. It was only because I was talking to someone on stream that was big into SMT that the thought came up to check Gideon's website out. Oh, oops, I forgot to move Shu. Oh, he's medium range? I used to pretty religiously check out romhacking.net, I think is the URL. Don't hold me to that in case it leads to like a Russian bot site. And they would usually keep a pretty good record of what's been released for translations. Oh, he is S range. This game must not operate on the same sort of rules that 1 and 2 had. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. The Godwin hater. Archibald, I think? Egbert, Arthibald, Aethelbald, Ethelbald. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's correct. You have to let them vent out, which, who knows? Given how much I tend to just like hit X repeatedly sometimes, I have to be really careful with them. Is this how Pokemon fans feel about Pokemon Sword and Shield, apparently? And what's up, Jack, by the way? Yeah, exactly. He's not paranoid, and he's also absolutely correct. Egbert truly is an ally of the royal family. Wait, Detective Pikachu the movie or the video game? How is it? I mean, so far. I absolutely need to catch it before it leaves theaters. I'm actually already surprised, or I'm surprised rather, sorry, that that's actually a thing. Or that it's already leaked, excuse me. Hold on, is there like a huge audio delay going on? Let's take a listen to the stream, I guess. For a bit. Oh, I already got that, nice. No, stream seems fine. I have such a weird... excuse me. I have such a weird setup going right now. So I have everything going from component into an upscaler. And then that's breaking out into a splitter that then goes to like an old monitor that can store, or that can display whatever this is, like 480p, I'm guessing, because whatever my regular normal setup does not support 480, I guess. And then the other part of that HDMI splitter is going into my capture card. Now, I think where the monitoring issue I have going on is that in OBS, I am fixing what is normally this. And I'm having OBS scale it or skew it, stretch, skew, whatever, back to like roughly a 4.3. Roughly 4.3. And I think that might be causing the audio issue on my end. But as long as you guys aren't experiencing it, that's the most important part. Oh, and right, because my monitor that I'm displaying the game on for myself doesn't have line outs, I'm taking the audio feed from the HDMI capture. Yeah, sorry, game delay audio. So OBS is likely not prioritizing the monitoring, which is, you know, totally acceptable. I'm going back in the circle, aren't I? Where? What does he have? Leather armor is worse than refined clothes. Yeah, whatever. Shun, you can have this. You can show it off to your friends. I really don't want to come off as a weeb, but holy cow, Leon's voice is so much better. I know I just went that way. I'm guessing this way then? Man, I'll tell you what, I only play with the Japanese on. Everyone's unlikable in English. Persona 5 was a good game until they slaughtered the translation. No, man, I gotta keep it on English so you noobs out there that can't understand moon runes, you know, you guys, oh my god. Where's the switch? Perfect. Oh, right. Yeah, so you noobs that don't understand moon runes can enjoy and appreciate the game, at least at half of its sheer and utter glory. And by the way, after we're done playing Suikoden V, we're gonna play. Hold on, I've got a visual novel joke here someplace. We're gonna play Neko. What is that fucking game? Suikoden without any patches. A constant save and reload fest, trying to get through. I'm guessing there would be game overs in Suikoden. I honestly don't know jack about Suiko Gaiden. I don't know jack about that game. I just know you play as Nash. Kevin Nash, WWE fame. I mean, he's got to be pretty strong to move a freaking stone wall. You know, you could play it now just using Google Phone, or not Google Phone, Google Translate on your smartphone. And get really broken translations. Yeah, that's actually what we were just talking about too. I'm kind of surprised that there's a fan translation for it. When I had checked years back, I think there might have been murmurs of a project, but never really been released. Or I mean, nothing was being shown for it. Yikes. That also goes to show you how disconnected I've been from the Suikoden games. I think these guys say the same thing as before. Well, I guess I couldn't talk to this guy. What a mess. Oh, I know. I know what you mean. Regarding FF7 remake. Good work, Shun. Who was it? I think it was on the Suikoden subreddit. Someone suggested that if Suikoden got bought out by, is it Falcom? The people that do like the Trails in the Sky and Tales of Heroes games, that would be cool. Where'd my music go? My sound's here. My music is gone. My poor PlayStation 2 is like, why did you wake me up for the first time in years?
甘く見ないで。
Wait, those are skills, not runes. And hold up a second. Did I really... I have to get used to this menu system again. Oh, yeah, you have to equip skills. All right, we'll mess with that later. You think they would just sacrifice having voice lines instead of speeding them up, but to each their own, I guess. I will note real quickly, though, let's use that boar room, or no, I guess it's fierce tiger room. I will note, regardless of our sentiment that, you know, Suikoden 6 would obviously be cooler than another Final Fantasy, I am pretty hyped about Final Fantasy 7, the remake. It's actually pretty low in my tier list for Final Fantasies, but that remake has me hyped in a way that I did not expect to be after playing 15. Oh my gosh, I hate the memory, the way the memory, cursor memory is set up in this game. Oh, and so Bob, to reflect back on the ATB system and lack thereof, which, you know, obviously is like a big thing I liked up until like Final Fantasy X, I think, right? I didn't play 13, so I can't really pass judgment there. I do at least like how they're trying to incorporate an emphasis back on, like, quote unquote, building turns through the use of your regular attacks. Like, if we're not going to get ATB, at least they're trying to find some sort of middle ground. Final Fantasy 15's battle system, like, I just don't necessarily understand or get on any sort of appreciative level. So, like, when I've played that game, I just put the difficulty down and focus more on, like, the bro travel aspect of that game. And hopefully that's not how I feel about Final Fantasy VII, but we'll see. I just don't know if I necessarily liked the way they utilized dodging in Final Fantasy 15. And what was it? It's been a while since I've booted that game up, but like what, your dodging was focused on your MP, and you generated MP through your teleportation attack thing, or hanging from ledges and stuff. I'm totally butchering at how this system actually works, but like, it was fine. Just, if I put more time in it, I'm sure I would have like started to appreciate it, but not necessarily what I was going for. Or hoping for, yeah. That pummeling. Yeah, like looking at the Final Fantasy VII like gameplay footage, I'm totally on board. Oops. I hope I can call him little brother now. I believe you, little brother. It's got to be my PlayStation 2, I think, or the disc more likely, as to why like music will just stop playing suddenly. Then he won't have a head. Has anyone here played, shoot, 1 second. I'm going to find out what it is again. Alive? Alliance? Alliance Alive? It's the latest game that, alright, I'm further Wikipediaing it. Yoshitaka Murayama, the Suikoden writer. Wait, whoa. Suikoden composer. Well, I guess I would say which one, but Masashi, I'm don't know how to pronounce his first name. But the dude that works on Saga and Final Fantasy games, post Uematsu, of course. But yeah, with Suikoden 1, 2, and 3's screen, or the dude, the director of the original Suikoden games, did the writing for it. It's a 3DS game, I think. How's the story? I guess that's like usually my big thing. The story, the cast, and so forth. Oh, damn, that's exactly what I don't want to hear. Gundam Joe, the best duck for the job. He was the most deserved for the Victor Star, I'll say that much. The best highlight of that game. It's a shame we didn't get, any more Sergeant Joe dialogue in that game. Aviator wearing duck. Gundam duck with aviators, rather. This actually sounds better and better. Oh, sorry, no, you said old school aviator. Oh, you're referring to Sergeant Joe. My bad.
感想ですか。
ああ、満足か。
まあまあといったところでしょうか。
策に走りすぎだな。
私はただこの町の地下通路とゼガイの出身についての情報を裏に流してやっただけですよ。アーメスが食いついたのもバローズを巻き込んで自滅したのも成り行きです。王子殿下が絡んでくれたおかげで愉快な見せ物になったのもね。
それを策というのだ。必要とあらばいかなる策をも果断に用いねばならぬが、過ぎた策は時として目的を誤る。
分かっていますよ。父さんは見ているだけでいい。この等身祭で我らの大義を示す準備は必ず整えます。
Alenia is really hyped about these dragons.
大河のごとき慈愛と太陽のごとき意向をあまねく示さんがためにリムスレイヤー王女の伴侶たるにふさわしきものを選び定めるべく等身祭の開催をここに宣言する。
まずは公正にして果敢なる戦いを女王陛下の御前に願うべく王子殿下により奉納試合を挙行する。
Time to lose this match, boys. No, yeah, I just saw the picture. That mech duck is pretty awesome. I noticed the movement system the battle system kind of reminds me of, and this is very superficial of Saga games though too. I mean, should I throw the match? I've never done it before. Don't worry, Mom. Oh, I can move around. Here, I'm gonna grab a little more water. Sorry for the delay. I'll be right back as I frantically type up a quick message here. I do want to revisit the idea of Suikoden 6 again since I think Mist brought it up a bit ago. But be right back. So, uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. Are you my save crystal? Exactly. We'll do it live.
俺が奉納試合のお相手に選ばれるなんて思いませんでした。すごく嬉しいです。ええ、俺もそのつもりです。本気でいきますよ。おじむ。よろしくお願いします、王子様。行きますよ。やられっぱなしにはなりませんよ。
I actually wanted to guard there. I'm not reading the prompts that well.
さすが王子様の技ですね。今度食らったら持たない。
Damn, these animations are so good.
さすがですね。うかつには仕掛けられないな。さすがですね。
Let's do our standoff animation.
奉納試合が間延びしちゃまずい。 行きますよ。まだまだ負けませんよ。
Alright, I don't have a good read on what he's going to do next.
まだまだ負けませんよ。
Oh, get beaten up, Prince.
また行きますよ。 王子様も撃ってきてください。
I'll just end it.
ありがとうございました。
So I a couple quick things, since I'm trying not to talk over the some important dialogue in some of the cutscenes. Every time I hear Farad's voice, I just think of the Dynasty Warriors line that Teksho Ichitotare. I feel like Farad must have voiced someone in Dynasty Warriors. There's a line earlier in the game that I think Silede says that I suspect she might have in the original script said yada yada, which is obviously a thing to me because of JoJo, you know. So a few quick things. Since we brought up the Saga games, I'm actually really pretty excited for the introduction, or the I guess like the first time it's been translated, aside from fan translations. Romancing Saga 3. I've played through that a few times using, I think it's the Mana Sword translation, which, to be frank, is incomplete and at times a little lacking. And I actually don't know much about Saga Scarlet Grace, so I don't know whether or not to be excited about it. It looks fine. Kind of looks like it could be a mobile game at the same time. Which, not to say there's anything wrong with that, just an observation. And Mist, if you're still around, I was curious, like, obviously it'd be cool to see Suikoden 6 in some context or form, but do you want, and I guess this is open to everyone, do you want Suikoden 6 because you want a continuation? What could be a mobile game? Saga Scarlet Grace. Just from what screenshots I saw, I was like, I don't know how excited I am or what to even expect of that game. But the question's open for anyone. Is the desire for Suikoden 6 so we see a continuation of like the actual the story that we essentially get from like 2 to 3 and potentially what is kind of hinted at in 5 as well? Or do you, like, I mean, would a new Suikoden game in all but name be equally good? Like, let's say there was a game that had essentially the same type of format. You gather allies, you have like, I mean, it could literally be the 108 stars of Destiny 2, but just wasn't in the same world. Like it was a different intellectual property. Because at this point, if someone like made a spiritual successor to Suikoden that was like pretty loyal to, you know, all of the mechanics and like the staples of the series, I think I'd be happy enough with that. And like, it sucks that we don't have a continuation. We don't, but like, if someone basically stole every aspect of it, I don't know. I'd settle for that.
戻ったか。
ご苦労でしたね。良い方の試合でした。今回の東進祭はきっとうまくいくでしょう。
まあ、突っ立ってないで座んなよ。じきに試合が始まるからさ。
My judgment is still reserved on Tear Crease. I hope that's the pronunciation for it. Man, I could have gotten the defeat script here. Did I, George? I was trying to lose. So I still haven't played it. I need to at some point. It's kind of been on my list of like, oh, now that I have access to like a 2DS, 3D, or a DS, 2DS and 3DS and new 3DS, etc., etc. I should probably pick it up on one of my business trips or one of my trips in general and just play through it. My initial opinion on the game when it was coming out was the 4-party system sucks, and I didn't like the fact that I don't think it has the runes, or the true runes for that matter. But I don't know. I'm finding as I'm playing through these games again that there are aspects of the games that I didn't appreciate or kind of overlooked when I was younger. So I feel like I should enter the I should play those games with like a clear mind.
あれはギゼル殿の代理の。
ああ、キルデリクさ。しょっぱなから奴が出てくるとはね。
始め。勝者ギゼル・ゴドウィン殿の代理キルデリク。やはり強いな、ゴドウィンの代理は。
姫様、どうなさいました？いや、剣の試合というのは見ておるだけで怖いのじゃ。同心祭で使う武器には刃がついてませんから切れないんですよ。それは分かっておるのじゃが、お腹のあたりがキューッと冷たくなる感じがしてな。
Which one to kawaii my, or which one to support my sister? You'll have to tough it out.
その通りですよ、リム。
Man, look at how pissed he looks.
あの者たちはそなたのために戦っているのです。そなたが目をそらすことは許されぬ。別にバラは頼んでおらぬのじゃ。そなたはいずれ女王となるに、好むと好まざるとにかかわらず背負わねばならぬものがあるのです。もし戦が始まるようなことがあれば、何百何千もの兵がそなたの名のもとに戦い死んでゆくでしょう。東進祭の試合すら見ておれぬようなありさまで、その重さに耐えられますか？分かったのじゃ、母上。わらわが心得違いをしておった。そなたなら分かってくれると思っておりましたよ。
Yeah, I even supported her instead of Sialeeds during like that first during one of those earlier one of the earliest cutscenes. So I think I'm in the clear.
これではまるで大人と子供ではないか。あのちっこい方は大丈夫なのか？あんな金槌に殴られたら。いえ、むしろジンクの方が心配だと思います。あら、リオンちゃんもわかる？どういうことじゃ？あのベルなんとかという男、もしや高名な剣豪なのか？
いえ、そうではありません。名を聞くのも今日が初めてです。しかし
女王騎士ともなれば初見の相手でも力量の見当はつくということだ。まあ見ていろ、面白いぞこの試合は。
Oh yeah, you're right. He is Luffy. Let me just cut his knee.
勝者ベルキュート。
すごいのじゃ。
こういうのが出てくるから東進祭は面白いね。
異国の野蛮な剣士風情を認めたくはありませんが。
野蛮な剣士というなら、この国に来た頃のフェリドの方がよほど野蛮でしたよ。
違いない。
申し訳ありません。決してそのような意味では。
ああ、カモンカモン、気にするな。だがなかなか面白そうな男だ。ベルクー。どうだ、あの男に会ってみる気はないか？ そうか、やはりお前も気になるか。俺に代わってあの男の人となりを見極めてきてくれ。
閣下、よろしいのですか？王家が特定の出場者に肩入れしていると見られてしまいます。
何、町に宿を取っているだろうから、こちらから出て行って偶然あった形にすればいい。そういうわけだリオン、一緒に行ってやってくれ。
はい。
サイアリーズ、ゲオルグ、お前たちも頼む。了解。
いいよ、私も興味あるしね。
兄上、後でわらわにも話を聞かせてほしいのじゃ。あら、姫様。もうダメなのじゃ。
リム、よく耐えましたね。
そうだな、偉かったぞ。
わらわは母上と父上の娘なのじゃ。このくらい当たり前なのじゃ。
本日の試合はこれまで。明日は第1回戦第9試合より行うものとする。
Such a weird little cutscene there at the end. There's just so much flavor text in this game. I think I appreciate it more now that I've gotten older too. And nice reference to Oblivion, by the way. It is Oblivion, right? Wait, is it Skyrim? I thought you got that text as a gladiator in Oblivion. Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know. Ah, okay. Sure. Like, look at this like not so subtle I guess when you play it a second time, foreshadowing here. Yeah, it's a rough situation because it's like there's a shit ton of padding. You're absolutely right. But at the same time, like if you're into all of that world building and if you're really into the plot, like all of this padding is like dressing to you. Like dressing, like salad dressing? I feel like that's a saying, not salad dressing, but the like dressing part. I don't know. But, I mean, this does a lot to set up the implications when we find out, you know, what happens to Belkut and so forth. And to tuck on your point, Senkai, wasn't part of the bad sales of 5 attributed to the fact that 4 didn't review well? Or like that 4 didn't do well with the fans or the player base? It kind of rubbed people the wrong way with 5, even though, you know, 5 is a completely different game. And I definitely see the reviewer's standpoint from the United States or the US as well. Like, especially because this, if I'm not mistaken, like 3, 4, and 5 all released during like the GameSpot kind of shit era, if you want to think of it that way, where like, you know, it's mostly a bunch of beat writers getting paid, freelance beat writers essentially getting paid to write up reviews. And in order to get the most reviews out, you got to just fucking blitz through the game or play like the first part of the game. And, you know, you play through 10 hours of the game and you write your review regardless of where you're at when it comes to an RPG. And yeah, the first 10 hours of this game are, I don't even think you have your castle at that point in time. Yeah, you definitely don't have your castle at that point in time. You really don't get into the game, the proper game by then. Like, does Siliconera exist in 2008? I think I have to check now when Suikoden 5 was released. In 2006, yeah. Does Siliconera, which is like, you know, a gaming website publication or online publication that is directed mostly towards Japanese games, does that exist in 2006? Because I don't necessarily think so. And on that same line of thinking, like, oh yeah, absolutely. Just what I was going to bring up, print magazines. And those were the guys that had, like, the really crazy deadlines. There went my music. Poor guy. All right, let's go downstairs first so we can get that Muzak back. Oh, damn it. I can't talk to him. Yeah, I didn't know about this scene either. And to go to your point, Baton, or your remark, I'm kind of in agreement with you. I'm maybe not as harsh on 3, but I think 4 was more enjoyable for me. Even got some husbandos in this game along with your waifus. This game's got everything. I was assuming we'd need to... I remember, like, you want to talk to Zigai as many times as possible, but apparently you don't need to right now. Music. All right, this kind of settles it. I gotta switch to an emulator. This scene is destroyed now without that funny music. Hey, for all we know, this is Fusulu's like cousin or something. Doesn't Fusulu wear like a leopard print or a leopard mask? Well, I guess her headband's not that leopard print-y. Oh, is it tiger? Yeah, I guess her headband is more of like, it looks like a flower with leaves on it. Where's the alternate universe where she gets hired by the Barrows family? Yeah, exactly. She could have been a representative fighter. And like, while anyone wanting to get into the tournament at this point is too late, since they have to like vet their contestants, the Barrows family was already vetted, or whatever you could say. They already had their position accepted before. Too bad she doesn't have the connections. Oof. Poor Urim. Isn't there a shop? There is a shop. Oh, I have money. Consecutive continuous attack and counter thrust back percentage. Just to warn you guys, I have no idea what the min max is here, so I apologize in advance. Percentage for boomerang weapons. I guess she doesn't matter right now anyways. collection of feather hats. A second appraiser? Oh, so it's the same as 3 in that regard. Let's talk to poor Ernstand girl. Can't remember her name. I guess we don't know her name yet. Whoops. You guys are going to have to do quite a bit of convincing to keep me from recruiting Urim, by the way. I kind of want to see Urim's story after. Maybe I could just create a second save, get Erish, and then do Urim after. Or get Erish and or do Urim's, then reload and get Erish? I don't know. But at the same time, I wonder if Urim deserves a redemption story. I mean, if you can call it that. What's more interesting, experience or seeing him? I don't really recall what he does. Oh well, go with my gut. What a boss. best part about this scene is now as an adult, I recognize there are totally people like this. Like as a kid, I was like, this is unbelievable. But now I'm like, nope, this happens, unfortunately. I gotta be able to turn off the cursor memory or something. I'll check that out. What is this weird colored tile? Oh, it's like a sewer grate. Goodbye, music. It was nice knowing you. If it's bad, she'll end up in the fetus. And cue the music. This guy could be a great soccer player. I should say football player, not American football player. Man, it's happening way more today. Yeah, I stream Saturdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. or so. I usually go until 8 a.m. Central CST. I think that's 1 p.m. UTC 0. I could be wrong. I usually go until noon, so it's usually about like 5 hours. Today I'm actually going to have to stop short too. Father's Day plans and whatnot. But thanks for stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you next week. And hopefully next week I'll have something that doesn't drop the music a bunch. So have a good week, man. A white tattoo. This sentence is like, not to downplay what you guys have already done, but it's not enough. And he's actually totally right about this. All of that rum. Uh-oh. What is that supposed to insinuate? How do you like our local cuisine, eh? Is Stormfist the Canada of North America, or of Suikoden?
さて、どう思った？
I thought it tasted pretty good.
そうですね。私もいい人だと思います。
同感だ。
どこかの女王騎士と違って王族に対する礼儀もわきまえてるしね。
そうだな。どこかの王族と違って言葉遣いも丁寧だ。
おい。まあ、私としちゃ鈍いのとすぐ潰れちまうのは減点なんだけどさ。どうだい？ベルクートならリムの婿になってもいいと思うかい？へえ、お兄ちゃんのお眼鏡にもかなったわけだ。
まあ、まだ1回戦も終わっていない。気の早い話だ。
そうなんだけどね。いろいろ気になるじゃないか。ベルクートが優勝しちまったら、マリノって子はどうするのかね。
Become his consort?
マリノさんがどうかしたんですか？
はあ、なんでもないよ。さて、そろそろ帰ってやろうかね。きっとリムのやつが待ちくたびれてるよ。
If she's not asleep, because she started falling asleep at the end of today's events, today's fights. I'm really enjoying my time with this game so far. Oh, I should have saved. Is there a save point here? No. Like if you took the amount of cutscenes here, and like it doesn't even have to be like the mocapped sequences like we just had, but if you just took all of the flavor text and had that same degree of that same amount of content in Final Fantasy IV, assuming it's well written, like Final Fantasy IV would be significantly better. Like there's a lot of interesting things they have. Again, this is without playing tactics, but there's so many interesting things they could get into in 4 that deserve to have more build up. Like there's so much flavor text, there's so much flavor dialogue that like really humanizes a lot of the cast. And no, that's the crazy thing. In 2006, this Suikoden 5 is a 2006 game, and yet a lot of the dialogue and sequences feel like it could be out of a TV show. Let's be real, that looked stupid. I mean, the mocap is all really good. But that weird sword move he did looked dumb. It looked real like he wasn't a master swordsman. I mean, it probably looked like they actually motion capped with a really heavy sword. But yeah, I can't get over how good some of these cutscenes have like held up to this date. Even like the little scene, I remember vividly. Had I chosen, the food was pretty good or something like that, they would have, remarked like, no, we're not talking about the food, you idiot. Like, but in like an appropriate way, not like they're trying to belittle Oji-sama, but. It all stands up pretty well. There are some weird like plot holes here and there, but I think that comes with any game. Like Gazelle, and I mean they even pointed out, or Makar, whatever his father's name, Giselle does so much plotting that like the likelihood of everything coming together so well doesn't seem great, and it seems kind of stupid for him to do that. And his dad's like, yeah, your scheming's not the smartest thing to do here, blah blah blah, but like it's even aware of itself there. Oh, absolutely. And I don't necessarily think S4 had huge problems in the core ideas of the game. I think they just didn't have enough time to tell their entire story. In case there are people that aren't familiar with the plot, I'm gonna actually purposely try to avoid spoilers, because there's a possibility in particular that my cousin's probably lurking in the chat, and I don't think he ever played 5. And so I remember having this conversation with him multiple times before, where he expressed, and I agree with him to some extent, but he expressed that, like, why don't they just make a Suikoden game that's 2D and 80 hours long? This is like a conversation from probably 10 years ago. But when you think about it, Suikoden 5, despite it having like good visuals, is kind of pulled back a bit on the graphical end. There are aspects of the game that actually don't look as good as Suikoden 4. And this game is like 80 hours long. This is, I think this is basically what Suikoden 5 is low-key what Suikoden fans have wanted all along. He was a really big fan of 1 and 2, of course, by the way. But for just in case anyone hasn't played or played through this game or seen the story, I won't jump into spoiler territory, but like there's also just a lot of really well thought out consideration to little foretelling scenes and writing that I think... Nope, I still can't talk to Zigai. That I think is just... You can't even really appreciate your first time through because they're kind of small and subtle. But upon revisiting this game, I've really actually been pleasantly surprised by.
Need to go?
Yeah, especially now that we've seen the success of other like 2D or 2DS games like Octopath Traveler. I mean, we had pure 2D RPGs on the PlayStation 2, the end of the PlayStation 2 era, that like while they weren't successful commercially, or at least I don't think they were, like they definitely showed what you can do in the 2D realm. Unlimited Saga is one that comes to mind. Like that game is gorgeous. I think a lot of indie titles now also show that like 2D games do not necessarily like have to be limited by their visuals. Like I think the cliche thing is, you know, look at Undertale and look at how well that sold and how popular that game is despite it looking like a Nintendo, they're like a 8-bit, 16-bit hybrid game. Marina! Marina! Oh, I guess that was the woman. Keeping us in suspense. And Lynn? If only Belkut knew how much trouble we like to get into. I feel like there is a rare drop that I'm supposed to farm here. But I could be absolutely wrong. Minna. Okay. ありがとうございます。はい。Oh, my eyes lit up when you said prosperity. I missed my chance. My key, my ticket to not worrying about money at all. Rip. Oh, I touched on it lightly, but yeah, I think the dream at this point is that Konami, for whatever reason, feels like they want to sell Suikoden off. And they sell it off to a company or a publisher slash developer slash company like Falcom, like who are known for like their RPGs at this point. And that's the whole thing. I don't even know who you actually have to get for your staff. I don't know if Murayama is actually critical, because again, from what I remember from 5 and how much I'm enjoying it so far. Like, I don't think 5 has anyone from the original team, right? Oh, it's after getting the castle? Yeah. But really, at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter... Whoa, what is that sound? Oh, something outside. At the end of the day, I don't know how important the IP itself is even... It's just like I love the inspiring stories that Suikoden have. What is it? That quote from Suikoden 1 that always gets me. And the best part is it's probably not even the correct translation. Who actually knows? But even at his lowest, man's life is not without value or something like that. Is there a western exit? Tradesman? I think the only reason Konami would want to hold on to the IP at this point is for the reason that they would want to sell it or license it out, which is another possibility. Or they plan on doing a Pachi slot game, right? Like, what other reason would you want to hold on to it? And by the way, I didn't notice what oh, there's our playtime. 6 hours in, and we finally get to use the world map. It's not really a criticism; it's just a motivation, observation. That's the word I'm looking for. Still only standard. Yes, this is okay. There we go. Is this the Western Woods? It likely is, despite it being southwest. I'm being too critical. I want to get into a battle on the world map. Maybe Konami's been spending all of these years for a Suikoden V patchy slot. God, I love the idea of rabbits that are so murderous they carry around hatchets. Oh, I guess not even hatchets. Like, those axes do not look like they're meant to be used for wood cutting. In Suikoden 1 and 2, they're like double-sided axes. Those are like, unless I'm wrong and there's like a reason for them, like those are totally for combat. Murderous bunnies. Who knows? Maybe they have, like, remember that rumor I think we talked about together, actually, that there was a Suikoden mobile game in the works? Which, when you think about it, like, mobile games are all about the gacha, right? The gacha mechanic, about collection. What other IP, aside from Pokemon, has as many characters as Suikoden does now? You've got 108 stars spread across 5 games. Granted, there are repeats. And then you have Tier Chris 1 and 2, and Story of the Woven Web or something like that. Like, you could totally... Wait, why am I still grinding enemies here? Oh, yeah, Digimon. Good point. And other card games, for that matter, I guess, too. But, like, Suikoden... Like, Fire Emblem has already done it. Final Fantasy has done it. Maybe they're trying to work out, like, a mobile game for Suikoden. As much as that would probably suck. So guys, actually, I'm thinking here would have 45 minutes until I absolutely had to get off. Cool the board, drop power piece. Oh, did they? I kind of was just passing through it like crazy, and then now I'm kind of skipping text. My apologies. She's just like, here's my hidden path where I went to make out with Giselle a bunch. Gazelle? Whatever. But I'm thinking, since I've absolutely got to get going in 45 minutes, I think I'm just going to play it safe and call this a good stopping point. Next week we'll have things on an emulator, and hopefully it'll run Gazelle, right? The animal, like the animal. We'll hopefully have everything running a little more smoothly as soon as this cutscene's over. My thoughts exactly, George. Okay, so sorry for cutting this short. We'll start back up next week again, Saturday, Sunday, 8 a.m. Central, 1 p.m. UTC 0, if I'm not mistaken. Have a great week, everyone.